Well, hello everybody, and this is Auntie, and I'm here to do my review of 90 Day Hunt for Love Season 1, Episode 6, The Girl Who Heard Too Much. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. It appears that I am having some Wi-Fi issues, so please, excuse it. We're gonna stay out here until we stay out here. Okay, I don't know what has been happening lately with my lives, but we're gonna keep on doing it until we just can't do it no more. Hey everybody, welcome to Barbara, Latanya, Nathan, Tim 2, and Phoenix Rising 72. Thank you all so much for being a part of the membership and for coming in. Hello there, D McFarlane. Hey, Yolanda Gibson. Hey, y'all. Hey. So, y'all, this episode was a hot mess express. And I just don't know what it is that they want us to learn from this or what they want us to glean for. It just seems like it's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. Hello there, Candace. Hey, Sugar 48. It's just crazy. I don't know if Ray Della's going to be out here, so I will be moderating for myself and really paying attention to the comments. Okay, I am more sensitive than Ray Della is any day of the week, and I will delete you. Okay. Yeah. So So we started this episode off basically where we ended the last one, and we had Cole and Lion as Jennifer having a conversation, right? As we all know, she won a competition by slobbing Chantel down. And so she chose him over Rob, and Chantel, of course, chose Rob. And so in this episode, we see her gaslighting Cole and telling Cole, that basically she has not had any type of relationship with Rob. She has not kissed him. And he is just infatuated with her. He believes that he owns her, loves her, all that kind of stuff, right? So, he's like, she's like, well, do you want to kiss me, after me having a thing with Chantel? And he said, yeah, and she kisses him. Y'all, let me tell you, there was no emotion in the kiss. There was nothing in that kiss. She did that to appease him, to satisfy him. Later on during the night, we see that she slept with him. She's always naked, right? She is just getting her groove. There's a part of me that says that wants to say that she's a whore, right? There's a part of me that wants to say that. But then there's another part of me that wants to say that, if she wants to sleep, she's a grown woman, right? She's not married to anybody. And if she wants to sleep with all of those guys, sleep with them. Men get to do what they want to do with their bodies. Women are now doing what they want to do with their bodies. And if she wants to sleep with both of these guys, I say, Jen, go for it. I think it's a little whorish for me, right? It wouldn't be something that I would ever do, and it is something that I have never done. But if this is how she wants to carry herself and conduct herself, then have at it. My whole thing is don't lie about it, right? I mean, your body is your body. You get to choose whatever you want to do with it, right? But you don't have to lie. I don't understand why she's lying. Now, of course, we all know that, she had already been with Rob. And Rob has been doing a gentleman's thing by covering her and not talking about his relationship with Jen. And whether or not he slept with her, whether or not he did not sleep with her, like I respect that about Rob. I must say that, right? And it's just a whole bunch of busybody people, right, in other people's matters. Instead of them handling their own stuff, they all in each other's business. And I don't know what's going on with the other cast members, right, the people that are just the normal people. But I've already said it before, and I think it is worth repeating. I think that we would have been more interested in seeing these people than we would have been able than we would than we are with seeing the 90 Day Fiance people, because they've already had their shot, which is why I find myself, sometimes very resentful about all of these spin-off shows that they continue to do. Like I don't know, what's going on with it. But my whole thing is Jennifer can do what she want to do with who she wants to do with it. Do. And there shouldn't be any repercussions about it. She should not be publicly rebuked, embarrassed, chastised about who she sleeps with, who she kisses. None of that. I really had to think about it. I really had to sit back. And that is because of some things that happened later on in the episode. But the rest of them, if they had the opportunity, if they had made the connections, would probably be sleeping around. I think that if Tiffany had made the connection with the dude, I can't think of what his name is, she would probably be sleeping with him. All of them are rebounding from one person to another person, because the reason why Jennifer went to Cole is because Rob told her that he is still in the marriage. And she's unsure about it. She said it's messy. And she said that, she doesn't know whether or not he still has feelings for his bride, or, his former wife, soon to be. And so, she said it was convenient, and there was a potential now in her dating Cole. And so Cole is number two. He's not number one. He's not the number one guy. Rob was. And Cole needs to stay in a number two spot. He needs to stay number two, in my humble opinion. He needs to stay number two. And he has to realize he's number two. And I don't like the way that he talks to Rob, as if Rob is on some plantation and he is the plantation owner, and he can approach Rob, he can criticize Rob, he can interrupt Rob's conversations. Rob owes it to him. He's obligated to answer his questions. If I was Rob, I would have shut him down. I would have shut him. I don't owe you anything. He doesn't own Rob. Does he have Rob's papers? So the audacity of him to continue to go to Rob. Now y'all know I'm going to speak my speech, and I'm going to say my stuff, and I don't mean to be offensive to anybody. But the dominance that the dominant way that he's coming to Rob leads me to believe he thinks he has some privilege, or that Rob is under him. And Rob is not under him. Rob is equal to him. And the only reason, Cole, you getting any attention is because Rob decided to tell the truth. That's it. You walking around like half-ass stalking the girl, putting ownership on her as well. And this is not a good. Anyway, so we see Jennifer, she in the bed with the man. We go back to where the rest of the cast is. They're partying and talking and all of that kind of stuff. And we finally see Cole make a move with Courtney. The reason why Colt was able to make the connection with Courtney is because she wasn't as tipsy and drunk as she usually is, except for when she went back to the room with Colt, right? She fell on the ground. I was like, she is just sloppy wasted. Just sloppy wasted. Usman has given up on dating Courtney or asking Courtney. Usman says that he has let his he said that he has let it be known to Courtney that he's interested in her. No, he hasn't. He is so used to older women, and let me be specific, older white women running after him, paying for PlayStations, traveling all over the world to meet him, that he has no game. And I don't think that a lot of the women in Africa are even interested with him because he's not the superstar that he pretends to be. And so we see Courtney, saying that, she really did not think that she would be interested in Colt. But because Colt is pursuing her, we see her walk off. And of course, Usman is feeling some kind of way. In this particular episode, y'all, we saw the whole crew get together, right? And they're all out there working out and stuff like that. They have like little exercise stuff. We see Cole having a conversation with Elise where his arm is, bruised up, and she said, why is it blue? He said that he was embarrassed, and he told her that he had failed. And so, she was having that conversation with him. It seems like the two of them are starting to get a little close too, or at least building some type of relationship. Because later on, Colt defends her. And I was like, where did this come from? It just seemed like it just came from out of nowhere. And if there's something that I forgot, y'all make sure y'all let me know, okay? So anyway, when they're all out there working out and stuff like that, there were two things that happened. Usman hit on this girl named Nikki. And he was helping her and showing her, how he was doing, the little barbells and stuff. And she was impressed with it. And he figured, I can kill two birds with one stone. I can try to start something off with Nikki, and I can make Courtney jealous. And I was like, that's such the wrong reason to bring this girl into the relationship. The girl said that she likes men who are taller, and that, basically if she needs Usman to be taller, he's going to have to wear platforms at her request. Okay. He's going to have to wear some platform shoes because she says she like tall guys because she likes to go to concerts. And I guess, she likes to be, put up on their shoulder or whatever. And Usman isn't tall enough to do that. But she would have him. Can y'all imagine him at a concert trying to hold this woman up on his shoulder with platform heels on? Child, a mess. Okay, a mess. Anyway, so he thinks that he's going to be able to have something with her. He asked Nikki if he sent her an airline ticket when she come to Africa, and she said, this is really my first time traveling. I usually don't go very far. Maybe not. So she tells him to wait until the second day. In the meantime, and in between time, we see Chantel having a conversation with Joe. And, Joe is the one, got the real pretty eyes and stuff like that. He speaks with an accent of some sort. If y'all know what it is, y'all put it down in the comment section. But anyway, so, she's having a conversation with him, and he's like, I guess, the rumor is out there, word on the curb is that you like me. And so, Chantel was like, okay, well, she had picked Rob for the competition because she felt sorry for him. And she said that, Rob is a good looking guy and stuff like that, but she knows that he's totally into Jen. Look, here we go. So it's no need for her to even go there. And I absolutely agree with her on that. So, she has that conversation with him, and he tells her that he's going to, within a week, make arrangements for the two of them to go out and have a nice little date and stuff like that. And so Chantel is happy about that, right? She ain't been really getting no play. She been just basically kissing up on Jen. Okay. Anyway, I digress off of that, right? Because that's their business. Okay. That's their business. They do what they do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. They said it was a competition. It seemed like it was more to me because even when Jennifer was kissing Cole, it was not as passionate as it was. He was very lackluster coming from her, right? But she looks like she rewarded him at the end of the night anyway. Okay. Next, we got the little gossiping crew. The little gossiping crew was sitting around, and Tiffany is always, if it's not Tiffany, it's Courtney. These some messy bitches. They messy. So they're all sitting around and having a conversation, and the subject comes up that Elise is saying that she is being blamed for sleeping. There's a rumor going around, slander. Okay, first of all, it's not slander, boo. Chill out. Calm down. You okay? She's saying that she is being slandered and that there's a rumor going around that she slept with Rob. So, of course, it's very convenient for Tiffany to say that she was hearing Rob out at the pool. She thought that, okay, because I really believe Tiffany is the one that started the fucking rumor. But Tiffany sat her ass there, okay? Tiffany sat her ass there, okay, and put it on somebody else. But Tiffany is the one who heard the splashing in the pool, and she was the one that assumed that it was Elise. Until she found out that her roommate was not Elise, but her roommate was Jen. Tiffany is the one that started the goddamn rumor, in my opinion, because she was the one who was listening. She was the one that had a guest over there with her. They started this shit. Why didn't she tell Elise that she started the fucking rumor? Nobody else heard it but her. Makes sense to y'all? It make a whole lot of sense to me. A whole lot. Congratulations, Tiffany. Raydella, I passed my. Oh, congratulations, boo. Congratulations. I just happened to see that. Congratulations, sweetie. Whew. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Tiffany started the rumor? I damn sure do. But she's so slick and sly, and she comes with this innocent thing, and then she has more age on her than a lot of people, so they probably look up to Tiffany as an older, wiser woman. But if anybody started that fucking rumor, it was Tiffany. She got her people wrong, and it spread it like wild. It spread it. And now she's sitting up there IDing now Jennifer. Okay. So Chantel said if they slept together, you're allowed to. I completely agree with that. Then they say, well, no, it's not what she did, it's how she did it. It didn't make a difference how she did it. The thing about it is the only person that it should make a difference to is Cole. Rob is keeping up Cole. He's saying, I'm not going to spill her tea, neither am I going to spill mine. And I don't blame Rob for doing that. I don't have to tell you who I'm sleeping with just because I'm sleeping with somebody out here on these streets. I don't owe anybody an explanation. I could be doing it to a whole lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't owe y'all that. Like, I owe you content. I owe you to talk about the shows you want me to talk about and the ones that we agree that we're going to talk about. But I don't owe you anything about my personal life. Like like I gotta come out here and be like, yeah, I slept with X, Y, and Z last night. Like the fuck? And I don't care what you thought you heard. You heard water splashing, you heard skin to skin. It doesn't make a difference. Nobody owes anybody an explanation about their sex life or their personal or private life at all. Unless it's something that you want to tell people, you ain't got to do nobody nothing. And like Chantel said, we all out here for the same thing to meet people. The only reason why Courtney is not getting banged every night is because Usman and Colt are slow and they slow and they not the right ones. The only reason why Tiffany isn't is because the guy that she did like, okay, was like, I don't fuck around with people that got kids. Because from my understanding, the other cast members got their own drama and stuff that's going on. That's what I'm interested in. I don't care nothing about these 90-day fiance people. They should have came there and been interested in other cast members anyway. It's not, it doesn't make a difference how Jennifer does it. Do I agree with it? Like I said, do I believe that this is something that I would do? Hell no. But at the same time, she is grown. That's her JJ. That's not mine. I mean, we didn't already seen her with two men. We saw her actually pulling Cole's pants down. And she butterball naked. And I think that she's one of those type of people too that is comfortable being, naked. I think she's very comfortable just being ass out. Okay. You do you. So anyway, that happens. Now all of a sudden, everybody's involved. Get a life. These people really need to get a life. So the next thing you know, what else do I want to talk about? Because y'all know I don't be going scene for scene and nothing like that, right? They ended up having some. What else happened? It was something else that happened though before I talk about this. It was something else that happened, and I can't remember what it was. But I do want to talk about when they did the social media thing, and they were all sitting in there and they were going over the social media accounts and the way that no. So while they were out there gossiping and stuff, that's what I wanted to talk about. While they were out there gossiping and stuff, Cole walked up. So they decided to tell Cole what was going on or what the allegations were, right? Elise is sitting there feeling offended and slandered, feel like her name been out there in the mud unfairly. Okay. And they begin to tell Cole that they believe that he's getting played. Elise is saying she's the one that's being accused of sleeping with Rob when it's actually Jessica. Consider the source. Y'all know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of times I be coming out here, right, and I be talking my talk and stuff like that, right? I guess my little talk in. But one thing about me, I am a Leo, true Leo, all the way 100% Leo. One thing about Leos that people do not understand, either underestimate, is we pay attention to everything. Lions by nature don't fuck with you unless they hungry. If they ain't hungry, they just gonna sit up on the hill and rise. They gonna rise, they gonna rule, they're gonna sit around, and they're gonna pay attention. I think that Leos make some of the best content creators because they pay attention to this nobody else does. It's hard too for people to understand a Leo's perception or a Leo's observation or a Leo's analysis. It's hard for people to understand it. But we pay attention to the smallest fucking details. We know when the gazelle goes by. We know what time they going to get something to drink. We pay attention to everything. We pay attention to how many of them gazelles are going by. Like, is one of them hurt? Is one of them injured? We don't go out and do what we got to do, like I said, until we're hungry. But it ain't hardly anything you can get past a Leo for long. We're methodical creatures. We take our motherfucking time. And one thing about these shows and me doing reviews, I pay attention. That's why I know Tiffany started that. See, somebody else will just give you a review there, just talk about it and go down and get their opinion. And that's fine because I'm not criticizing any content creators. I'm just telling y'all the mind of a Leo. I watch Tiffany with every confrontation. Tiffany is the one who is stirring the pot on the island. I said that from the very first episode that I covered, that Tiffany is fucking messy. She's the pot stirrer. She's acting like she care about Rocky, and the other guy, she don't give a damn. Because Tiffany ain't there for that. She's there to do the dirty work. She's there to be the messy girl. And for her to sit there and let Elise tell Cole that somebody put this rumor out when she knows her, bitch, I'm watching you. I've been watching you every fucking episode. I ain't missed nothing you've been doing, Tiffany. These are my observations and my opinions. And she messy, and she should have went to Elise. And if she was a woman about her work, she would have went to her and said, you know what? I accidentally told someone that you. And she's the oldest in the group, so everybody respects her. So there ain't nobody throwing that bitch under the bus because they respect her age. She ought to be ashamed of herself, and she should be giving that girl a fucking apology. So Cole comes over there with his pompous ass, and they're trying to tell him about Elise, and he don't want to hear. He want to make this about Rob. Should I go and confront Rob? Yeah. For what? That's not Rob's for JJ. Rob know that he got. Rob know his place with this damn woman. Rob is very clear that they're in competition, that he wants to be with her, but he's very clear. How many Leos I got out here? Y'all birthdays coming up? I saw the thing going up there. Hold on, y'all. I am a Leo too. Hey, Miss Wilson. Hey, Sugar 48. Okay. Hey, Ruth DB, my fellow year. Okay, hey. Is that Chandra Barnes? Hey, Leo. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Wilson, for the $3 super chat. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dot, for the $9.99 super chat. Thank y'all so much. I so appreciate it. Y'all did not have to do it, but you did. And I so appreciate it, y'all. I really, really do. Thank you. Let me tell you, you're not going to get nothing past me. Tiffany owe that girl a fucking apology. Because bitch, you was the one that was next door listening. So Cole don't want to listen. He doesn't think that then anything's happening with them. This woman Jennifer has told him that she hasn't even kissed Rob and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, she kissed Rob. She kissed Rob in all the right and the wrong places, bitch. But okay. So then next thing you know, he goes and confronts Rob. I was so mad because it's not Rob's business to kiss and tell. And Rob don't owe this motherfucker nothing. And I mean, when I say Rob doesn't owe him anything, Rob owes him absolutely nothing. He don't owe him nothing. He's telling Rob that if it isn't true, why aren't you hanging with us? Rob said, I like my privacy. I like my privacy too, but I didn't come here to be private. Motherfucker, if you don't get out my Okay, see, that slipped out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. That completely slipped out my daggone mouth. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, I didn't mean. I didn't mean it. I did not mean for that to slip out my mouth like that. See, what we not gonna do is has this conversation. Rob told him, I can tell you right now, we did nothing. Now, Rob should not have lied. Rob shouldn't have lied. He should have just straight up told him, you don't have the right to ask me this. Instead of him talking to production and doing voiceovers and saying he's acting as if she's his wife, he need to be saying it to his fucking face. He doesn't owe Cole anything. If anybody owes him anything, it's the woman he's sleeping with. She only did that to get him in her good graces because it didn't work with Rob because she found out that Rob was married. Now, here they are at a daggone thing for social media, and Elise takes the opportunity when they did Tim's social media page first. Then they did Rob's. Rob had his pictures on there, body looking good, young, all that kind of stuff, right? Different transitions in his hair. Rob is a handsome guy. He ain't my damn cup of tea, but he's a handsome guy. They make a comment about him, his body. Tim says, he admires his body and stuff. If he had a body like that, he would be showing his pictures too. And then Elise decides that she's going to take the opportunity in front of everybody. Y'all talk about somebody fighting in the sand. We fighting in the sand. Because see what you not gonna do. is do that. If you got something to say to me, we can talk about that somewhere else. I see, first of all, I would have handled it with ignoring her. That's what I would have had to do. You know, when you get um, a license to carry, because I don't live in a stand your ground district, you have to retreat, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is retreat. I'm going to try to diffuse by not engaging and getting away. In my mind, in a conversation, not physically, but in my mind, I'm a retreat. Because if this escalates, right, I got to show on somebody's fucking camera that I tried to retreat. I tried to avoid. I wouldn't have said anything to her. I would have let her bump her gums. Okay, hold on, y'all. I think this is my daughter. Hold on. Okay, so they're gonna be barking. I don't even know what they barking at. I just know I'm live with y'all, right? And I'm hoping it's my child. So anyway, I would not have engaged with her at all. She would have been sitting there looking stupid. Because they don't owe her anything. Next thing you know, Cole is fussing at Rob and blaming Rob and telling Rob, I just want to know who you fucking. It's none of your business. It's none of any of their business. These are grown people. She tells her, so does Rob Body, you was with him the other night. Does Rob Body still look like that? You were sleeping with him, weren't you? I'm sorry, what? Because I'm being accused of sleeping with Rob, and it wasn't me, it was you. Even when Rob was talking to Cole, he said, prove it. Now they're proving that they made out, and it looks like they, went a little further, but it was just too graphic for us to see it. But whose fucking business is it? Like Chantel said, they all grown and they all can do what they want. It's Jennifer's body. There's some of us who say that, we believe that, a woman should have a right, okay, to her own body. That don't mean just deciding to I don't know if this is too much for y'all, but that doesn't stop at whether or not a woman wants to have a child. It starts everywhere. If I want to legally do what I want to do with my body, that is my right. Men can go out and do whatever they want. They can sleep with as many women as they want to. as many women as they want to, and don't nobody say but when it's a woman, and that's why I said I want to call her a whore, but she gets to do what she wants to do with her own body. And it's not, it's not for me to judge her in this particular area. She's sleeping with both of them. She's playing with both of them. Like point blank, period. And men do it all the time. All the time. And we give them a pass. No. They are both grown adults. Elise, you need to, instead of you confronting Rob about it, because you know that Rob doesn't know. You know that the other girl doesn't know that the rumor is out there. You should be approaching the person who brought you the information, because that's where the suspect is. That's the person with the blood on their hand. I will be questioning, where'd you get that information from? And don't sit up here and tell me that you can't tell me and you can't talk about it. No, damn it, we talking about it. No, we're gonna talk about this. Who told you that bullshit? I can tell it wasn't scripted because the daggone people who was facilitating the training class was in shock. They were in complete shock with what was going on. Complete shock. Y'all, this is the end of my review for this particular show. 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love, Season 1, Episode 6, The Girl Who Heard Too Much. Tiffany. Tiffany was the one that heard too much and was walking around making assumptions and didn't even have her facts straight. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it downtown in the comments section. I'm hoping that everybody has a great 4th of July if you are here in the States, and that you celebrate safely. Okay. Oh, Dot. Thank you so much, Dot, for the 9.99 super chat. Y'all, let me give you a song. Let me give you a song. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Thank you for that super chat. Now let's get on back into this foolishness, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. Thank you so much, Boo. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. So, I'm sorry, Miss Chains. Yes, you are late. You are late. Okay. Y'all said I love the song. Thank you. So y'all let me know downtown in the comments section what you all thought about this episode. Am I right? Am I wrong? What's going on? If you hang around for a little bit, I will be back to do my review on the 1,000-pound roomies. You don't want to miss the discussion. Y'all know I love when y'all are here. So anyway, I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I cannot. Thank you so much, Dot, for the 2 super chats, and Ms. Wilson. Thank you with your beautiful kids. Love y'all. Bye.